And as you can guess, once again spoilers, but don't listen if you don't want to, but I'm pretty sure most people know this. You actually get the gold gauntlets later, of course, because there's silver gauntlets. Of course, there's going to be gold gauntlets, so there will be blocks that are bigger than these that we're moving. Sadly, you only get to use it like twice in the game, and both of those are right at the final temple, or the final area of the game. So you push both of these blocks, and we actually need to hit this rusted switch, which activates this little elevator-like thing. We'll fall down after it. And that actually drops us back down here at the beginning of the temple. Okay, so there wasn't a Skulltula in there, I was wrong. Anyway, I guess this is just for quick access back to the beginning of the temple, so I guess it's okay that I showed that. I mean, it's not really that useful, but whatever. There might be a Skulltula in here. Let me look around. No, I guess not. Okay. So that's interesting. Kind of. Quiet. I need to listen just in case. I don't want to be coming back here if I missed a Skulltula. Alright, so let's finally get out of this room. We're done with this room here. Nothing left here that we can... Actually, well, I lie. There is something you do here a lot later in this temple, but we won't be doing that for a little while, so let's get out. Let's finally go through this door and progress. Alas. We've actually got some more BMOS here. We can just run past these guys, but I actually want to equip my Kokiri boots so we can be a little more hastier, or slick. I don't think they'd put a Skulltula in this room. I mean, I think they would, but I hope they didn't. Anyway, we've got another Anubis puzzle here, and we've got two of these guys actually in this room. So hitting that switch will activate two fire things, and you've got to get both of them in there, but once again, I don't feel like doing it, so you can save a lot of time here and just kill both of them. Plus, that BMOS likes to screw with you. Alright, we didn't kill both of them, so that one of them, if you don't kill both of them at the same time, they respawn, so... Oh. Looks like we still didn't get both of them, so let's try it again. Or I think you have to kill both of them within, you know, a relative amount of time. Red rupee, that funky rupee. Alright, maybe we have to kill the BMOS too to activate something. I know we gotta do something with that switch over there, so let's just kill this guy just in case. I guess I could have used a bomb chew like I was saying earlier, but alright, yeah, there we go. So that unlocks that gate right there, and I'm assuming this switch just turns on the fire. So let's just go through this door actually. Yes, this room. This room blows. Okay, so what we actually have to do is, these guys are Armos Knights. Now what we have to do is lure one of them onto this switch by chasing us, and then go hurry and go in that door before they step off the switch. And since they're constantly moving, it's kind of difficult. This is probably one of the trickier parts of this temple. Alright, so he's on that switch. Let's go. Let's make a dash for it. Oh, damn, so close. Well, let's put our sword away. Well, I guess not, if you give me a second to let my button switch over. So yeah, all these guys are Armos Knights, so you can't pull any of the switches over. So let's get one of them to come over here. If you can, you want to be standing on this side of the switch so that you're closer to it. But if not, whatever. So the Armos Knights, what they actually like to do is, there we go. I think there's a Skulltula in here, right? Anyways, what those guys like to do is they take a few steps, and then they actually stop, and then they take another few steps. So try to get them to take their last step on the switch. That way you've got a little bit more time. Anyway, as you can tell in here, we've got another Iron Knuckle, but fighting it as an adult with the Bigoron sword should be 10 times easier. The same backflip trick still works, and we've actually got a lot more range with the Biggie, so we don't even need to do a jump attack. Although it would behoove us to do so, because, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, because it does a lot more damage, even though we can just sneak it in there anyway. We'll just go the old-fashioned way and just pick at him. Yeah, I mean, the Biggie takes this guy out like 10 times faster. He still does a lot of harder damage, though, so don't think just because you're an adult this guy's a pushover, because he's certainly not. He was much more, he was like a boss kind of as a kid, and now he's just like a little mini boss. It's just annoying, really. So as you can see, by going through this door, we will come on outside, and as you might have guessed, come out on the other side of the hands here. So that's where we got Silver Gauntlets, and saw Naburu get pretty much pwned. So now we've got the other big treasure of this temple, which, funny, because both the big treasures in this temple are not even in the temple, they're outside. You found the mirror shield. The shield's polished surface can reflect light or energy. Press R to use it. So we're not even going to get into how that doesn't make any sense physically, but anyways, we've got the mirror shield now, which is just totally, it looks badass. It matches our fire tunic, or our Goron tunic, which is the best tunic, pretty much. And it just looks cool. Plus, you need it for this temple, so we're pretty much going to keep that equipped throughout the whole rest of the game. Hyrule Shield is pretty much inferior now. As you can see on the map here, if you've got the compass, which I guess that's a good thing, we got it. There's 2 treasure chests in this room, so if you use the Lens of Truth, there you go. I think one of these is rupees, and one's a recovery heart, so whoop-de-doo. Oh, they're both recovery hearts. Big whoop. So now we actually, that we have the mirror shield, we can not produce light, but we can reflect light naturally instead of having to use mirrors and whatnot. So that's good. Now we can go through this door. Yeah. There's a like in here, isn't there? And what do we got here? A key. Oh, there's a big surprise. That's a big surprise. So now, once again, we need to, backtrack. And go back in here where there was that locked door. So yeah, I mean, even though there's, at some points, a lot of possible ways you can, there's a lot of doors, there's always only one way you can go. So it's not that difficult. So this room's kind of interesting. We got spikes and Beamos on either side of the wall. We've actually got a Skulltula up there. I'm going to take care of these Beamos because they're problematic. Why not? I mean, I've already got the bombs equipped. If I didn't have them equipped, I don't think I was going to kill them. Anyway, if you try to do this the usual way, the way you're supposed to, it's kind of difficult. You got to wait for these things to move. And you could get thrust into the spikes, and then you have to deal with that Skulltula. But what I like to do is just long shot all the way up to the top here, because you can... Whoa, what the hell? Okay, what I think happened there is I hit the Skulltula on the way up, and it didn't count the damage until I was already up there. So that's interesting. Anyway, come up to the top here. I'm actually going to ignore that guy. And yeah, so you can just skip all that and go straight to the top. We've got a Zelda's Lullaby song here, or a Zelda's Lullaby token. But let's check out what's in here first. Oh, flying pot, wonderful. Haha, go right over my head. Anyway, we've got a giant mirror in here, a descending platform as it would seem, a little sun symbol, and some more mirrors and a switch that lead into another room. So that's kind of complicated, so we'll come back to that later. Let's actually do this right now. Bust out the Ocarina, and put Zelda to sleep once again. Do-do-do. I gotta admit, once we get the gold gauntlets, Link's gonna look pretty decked out. Yeah, baby. Let's go in here. And we've got these guys, which we haven't seen in a while. These guys are kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't like these guys. When they see you and their eyes poke out really high, they remind me of like snails, how their eyes just poke out really far. I don't know. Hey, you're supposed to be dead. And as you can tell, a lot of these doors are actually protruding from the wall, which means they're all fake doors. They're all fake doors in here, actually, so we can try to open it back up, because I believe behind one of these doors is actually a switch or something we need. I think it's either this one or the one next to it. Okay, yeah, it's this one, so once again, go into the subscreen, equip the bombs, and as you can see in the fire there, we've actually got the boss key, so we're pretty close to being done with this place. Can we hookshot this thing, or do we have to arrow it? Yeah, we have to arrow it, of course. Naturally. So let's shoot this eye. And what does that do? Creates a platform up there in the sky. And once that's the third time we've had to go into the subscreen in this room. Alright, and with that, you can hook shot up here and land on this, step over on this, touch the switch. And I believe this puts the fire out for good, so don't worry about it. Doing it hastily or anything, and with that we get the boss key. So that's a fairly simple room. You got the boss key! So that's pretty much everything in this temple now. All we need to do is get the rest of the Skulltulas and make our way to the boss room, because we still haven't seen where it is. A lot of the temples in Zelda games will show you the boss door fairly early, and then not give you the boss key, just to kind of tempt you. Anyway, we can hit that through the cage, open this door, because we need to be doing this. Can't do anything else in that room right now. Oh, one of these guys. Come on, this guy is a complete joke as an adult with the Goron sword. Take care of these guys. These guys are jokes too. These guys are kind of weird. They're different than the usual skulls. They kind of just spin around retardedly, which is just kind of weird. Let's take care of them. I don't really like them too much. Anyway, I think we need to bomb this door. Yeah, or bomb this boulder rather. So like I was saying, this temple doesn't actually do that. You don't actually see the boss door until you're actually ready to go in it and finish the temple. You get the boss key before, so it's still kind of a mystery since we've pretty much seen every room in the temple now. It's kind of a mystery as to where the boss room's going to be, but so that's kind of cool. I mean, it's cool when they show you where the boss room is too and you can't get to it. It's kind of a little teaser, but either way works for me. Anyways, once again, the physics don't really make sense in this room, but we're going to do it anyway. And by doing this, we will reflect light back into that room with the huge mirror. So let's go back in there. Has the flying pot respawned? Yes, it has. Oh, nice. So yeah, with the mirror shield, Link can actually reflect too. Not like little Link with the Hyrule shield. Anyway, that reflects light onto this mirror, which then reflects it onto this platform, which we then reflect onto this sun symbol right here. So, yeah, kind of complicated. And that lowers us down, 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 down. Right down back to this big Colossus lady room. And the light follows us down, so now we're going to want to shine it on the face here, and somehow it dissolves away. And there's a gate. And as you can see through the gate, you can see the little boss key door, so that's actually where the boss is, and you can see it on the map as well. So did we get all the Skulltulas? Yeah, we have all the Skulltulas for the Spirit Temple, so we're done with the here. We're ready to leave. So that's nice. So, you might be wondering how you get over there. Don't try to jump or hover boot. You can actually latch onto the gate here. So, let's do that. And it opens naturally, and voila! Let's do this, baby. And Link gets out a sword, even though we do have the Goron sword equipped. I don't know why. He pulls out the Master Sword. So what's been going on here for 7 years since we left, ladies? You look a little bit older.
Ho ho ho, looks like someone is here, Kume. Hee hee hee, looks like it, Kotaki.
And we get a little bird's eye view here.
What an outrageous fellow he is to intrude so boldly into our temple, ho ho ho. We should teach this outrageous fellow a lesson, hee hee hee.
Excuse my poor voice acting.
Oh, loyal minion.
What is it, another one of these guys? Seriously? You didn't think the other two sucked? Is this guy like the boss?
Destroy this intruder on our behalf.
Alright, so don't tell me... Yeah, so that's a little hilarious. He forgets his staff, and then he flicks, it comes back, and then he does the little, like, sand raider thing from where they hold their gun up in the air and do their little chant. Anyway, I guess I don't think this guy is the boss, even though he was behind the boss door. I guess this is just Kume Kotake's minion. The boss Iron Knuckle, I guess you could say, the big kahuna. His armor is a little bit more reflective, if you can tell, and his sword isn't any bigger, but it's a silver unlike the rest of them. So, same method to kill this guy. It's the exact same, no different. I don't think he does any more hearts of damage or anything, but... Oh, anyway, and we destroy him, and the armor falls off. And it reveals... It does play the boss music, though. Or the enemy music. It's actually Nabooru, Who is behind that armor? Where am I? So I guess Naburu's been brainwashed for 7 years here in the temple. That kind of sucks.
Well, well, looks like she's back to normal, Kume. She's just a little girl, but she commands a lot of respect among the Gerudo, Katake. Maybe we should make her work for the great Ganondorf for a little while longer. Ho ho ho. Then we should brainwash her again. Hee hee hee.
So they pretty much just come out and tell you that they brainwashed her and that's why she was fighting you as the Iron Knuckle. And they attack her and do something. Teleport her somewhere, I assume. So obviously these ladies need to be taken care of because they're just a little too power hungry. And they're minions of Ganondorf, so it's time to move forward onto the real boss fight here. And this is a pretty epic room. This boss fight actually can be a little tough. You need the mirror shield here, and it's I guess it's I kind of recommend you actually equip the Master Sword here because it's a lot easier. You can still use your shield, which is very important in this battle. When you have the Master Sword out, whereas the Goron Sword, you gotta put it away. So I actually recommend that, but I think we'll do okay.
Look at that stupid kid. He came on his own to offer himself as a sacrifice to the great Ganondorf.
Well, what have we got here?